of questions. We'll start with Jerry Hill from Baylor Bear Insider.
Hey, JT, Jaron talked about it. I mean, this is a guy that can throw it 60, 75 yards in the air. Does that put you guys more on alert than you usually are, or is this just kind of, normal thing?
I would definitely say that somebody that can really just chunk the ball, like you just said, 60, 70 yards, just when they want to, isn't very normal. Matt Corral has a very, very strong arm. He's very, very electric when the ball is in his hands. So that's something that we as a defense have to worry about as a whole, not just DBs.
Okay, up next we'll have Jack Allen with KXXB.
When we talked to Coach Grimes, he talked about how there was sort of a moment where he saw things click for the offensive side of the ball during fall camp. There was a certain scrimmage. I was just wondering if you saw a similar moment for the guys on defense. Was there a moment where you felt like the defense really started to click in a practice or a game this year?
I could definitely say that from a very, very early on time, at least for me, I could tell that we were going to be a pretty good defense, just kind of by the way we were practicing and kind of how things were going together. I would say for me, that first moment was our first scrimmage in spring, which was such a long time ago. And we've grown so much more from then, which is just crazy. But that's really kind of when I knew that the pieces that we had, all the players that we had were going to be pretty good when we all came together. And then when Coach Roberts was giving us great schemes that enhanced our abilities on the field as well, I just knew we were going to be pretty good.
Okay, your next question is from John Werner with the Waco Tribune-Herald.
Hey, JT. Ole Miss uses a lot of different offensive weapons, a lot of different guys. Does that make it more difficult to prepare for, or is it just more about what y'all do from week to week?
I would definitely say that each team is going to be different, and each team has their own strengths and weaknesses that go against our strengths and weaknesses as well. So that's something that you just kind of learn throughout the season. With this Ole Miss team, they're one of the top teams in the country when it comes to tempo. And I think that's something as a defense that we have struggled a little bit on, but we've gotten better as the season's gone. So I think that's the biggest thing that we've kind of been worried about. It's just the tempo, and then also they have, with Matt Corral, they have a great running back. They have two great running backs, and then their receiving core is very, very good and deep as well. So I think they have a lot of pieces. So we just kind of have to maintain all of that stuff, keep everybody in front of us, and just play the best football that we can play.
Okay, we have Darby Brown with KWTX-TV Waco.
Hey, JT, so they were telling us that you guys had some sort of bowling night last night. How'd that go? Who was the best bowler of the group?
Yeah, the bowling was very, very fun. Just in my little section alone, Mark was really, really good. Petrie did pretty good too. And not surprising though, Cole Maxwell is pretty much good at everything he does, man. He's one of those people that he's just an athlete at everything he does. And Cole was actually pretty good too. So I would say definitely just out of the people that I was watching, it was probably Cole Maxwell.
All right, next we'll have Jack Allen with KXXB.
Yeah, I was just Coach Roberts talked about how Jalen has developed as a leader in kind of been able to help coach and direct you guys on the field. I was wondering if there's anything in particular you've learned from him that's helped you grow this season.
Definitely. He's somebody that, when I came in from day one, he was always there, just always making the environment that we're in better to be in, always laughing, always making people enjoy their time. And so I think the biggest thing that he's taught me is that football doesn't always have to be like 100% serious and straight face. Like you can have fun in a football game. It's okay to smile while you're playing football. That's what you're supposed to do. And so I think this is really the year that I've had just the most fun while I've been playing. And a lot of that is credited to him. And so it helps on top of that when you're playing good football. It just shows that you can play good football and you can have fun at the same time.
Okay, we have two more questions for JT. We'll go with Matt Lively from KCEN Waco.
Hey, JT, watching the basketball team this past March and watching the run they went on, did that act as a big motivation for your team? And now that you're here in your own bubble, what's that been like?
Definitely the motivational aspect of it helped when you have, even our women's basketball team, they're doing great stuff. Our men's basketball team is doing great stuff. Our tennis team is doing good stuff. All the sports in Baylor athletics are doing very, very well. So that definitely kind of helps build the culture of having great teams at Baylor University. And I think it's going to help for the future even more. And when you can have a program that is, you can say, a powerhouse in multiple sports. I think that's just awesome for recruiting. And then right now, it just kind of gives the morale that, we're a school of winning. We're not just a team of winning. Everybody around us is winning. So the expectation is to win. So I think that kind of helps. And then when it comes to the whole bubble aspect, it is a little different, us being here in 2019 and being here for a longer allotted period of time, and then also being able to do more was different than coming here and, having to stay in the hotel and not really getting to do as many things as we would probably want to. But obviously the circumstances are completely different. And I think we have a mature enough team to understand that. So the maturity level of our team is good enough to where we can do something like this and it not be a distraction or not be a hassle, because at the end of the day, we are here for fun, but it is a business trip as well. So just trying to maintain those two things. But I think our team is handling it very well.
Okay, JT, your final question is going to come from Chris Williams with KWTX News 10 in Waco.
Yeah, JT, kind of building off what you've been saying with having fun with the football, have the practices leading up and when you take the field Saturday, it's such a high stakes game. Is it going to be really serious, or is it like, this is bowl season, let's go out there, let's have fun, let's be loose?
I would definitely say that our motto, especially as a defense, is always to have fun. I wouldn't say loose, because I think loose is kind of used negatively when it comes towards football, because you can't really be loose. You have to be kind of focused, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun. But no matter what the game is, we could be playing for a national championship and we're always going to be out there having fun. We're not going to be like too tight and too amped up to where we can't have fun and can't have laughs. No matter what the outcome of the game will be, we'll definitely be out there smiling, having fun, running around, just doing the thing that we've been doing since we were all 7, 9 years old, playing football, a sport that we love.
And if I could just follow up really fast, are there any players on the defense that help keep it loose in those moments?
Oh, definitely. I would say everybody does their job at cracking jokes. Me and McVay have a little inside joke that we've been doing for years, like 2-3 years, that I'll look over at McVay and I'll say, it doesn't matter what time of the game it is. I'll just look over and say a little inside joke and we'll just bust out laughing. It just kind of makes you play better when you're able to play with, your brothers and people you love and people you can laugh with.